What is up, YouTube, and welcome to this Avengers 4 video. So if you're new to the channel, please consider leaving a like and subscribe down below if you did enjoy the video. So Avengers 4 is out next year, but we do have Ant-Man and the Wasp and Captain Marvel between now and then. However, the problem is Ant-Man and the Wasp is delayed in the UK by a month. Yeah, thank you World Cup, which England no doubt will crash out of in the group stages, and I'll be sitting there thinking, well, what was the point of that? What was the point? Who knows, they could go on to win, but it's not going to happen. So what is really cool about Avengers 4 is the fact that, well, no one really knows anything about it. There's no title. There is a synopsis, kind of, which doesn't really provide that much information. Just says that, well, there's going to be some hardships to face, which, yeah, kind of obvious considering the fact that half of the universe has been turned to dust, which is pretty harrowing to think of. But I don't blame Thanos. I don't blame him at all, because really he's quite ahead of his curve here. He is. You know, I kind of side with him, the fact that, well, sometimes maybe we need to do that. But, yeah, maybe taking it a bit too far by, you know, turning people to real horrible dust there. But what is interesting is the fact that we've had a new leak come out of Avengers 4. And we've got some new artwork for the movie, which gives us an insight into the team that will be working together in the new movie for next year. This is a pretty cool leak here. I think this is pretty interesting, and the fact that we've got some badass stuff here. So the biggest takeaway here is that we've got Ant-Man, but we have no Wasp. There's no Wasp whatsoever, and, well, considering the fact that Ant-Man and the Wasp takes place before Avengers Infinity War, I'm thinking that poor old Wasp will be turned to dust in that movie. I think that they will catch up to the event or the events of Avengers Infinity War. She will be turned to dust, maybe even Hank Pym as well, and then Scott Lang will have to strike out and try and find out what the hell is going on and get in touch with the surviving Avengers. So from the behind the scenes images, we have seen him actually work with Captain America and Iron Man in some way, shape or form. So he'll be striking out with them and helping with the quantum realm, maybe using that as some form of time travel, I think. And Captain Marvel will be involved as well. Now, another thing is, Hawkeye is finally here. Hawkeye, who has been missing from Avengers Infinity War. He was sorely missed. I don't mind him. He may not really have the best powers or whatever, but it's Jeremy Renner, and I love Jeremy Renner to bits. I think he's really, really great. Now, obviously, we've had leaks again for Avengers 4, kind of behind-the-scenes images, which show us him in the Ronin gear. So I expect that, obviously, he was under house arrest in the movie. So in Infinity War, him and Scott were also under house arrest. So they were, you know, kind of really not able to intervene at all. Now, we know that Scott Lang, he was able to contravene this by actually have a Wasp with his tag on in his own Ant-Man and the Wasp trailer. So that's how he gets around. But Hawkeye, I think he's wanting to live that good life, but I highly expect his family to turn to dust, and it's a really personal story for this character, and then he will adopt the mantle of Ronin. So he'll take on this title of Ronin, and he will go off and be able to operate under the shadows while actually having his kind of anonymity. Wow, I cannot pronounce words. But whatever, he'll just, you know, have a new name and be able to go out and do his own thing. Now, some leaks have hinted that he will be protecting a Tony Stark gauntlet, which is Tony Stark creating his own version of the Infinity Gauntlet. And I expect possibly at some point we will have some synthetic gems as well. Infinity Stones will be created. Maybe the Soul Stone or Mind Stone, maybe they'll create one of those. But other than that, the group, or this team, will be tasked with getting all of the Infinity Stones off of Thanos to undo and reverse the damage that has been done in the other movie. Now, one thing which is really, really weird here is that the Incredible Hulk is here, but he has a suit on. He's got what looks like some sort of hybrid of Stark sort of compression stuff where Tony Stark wears under his Iron Man outfit. And also, it looks quite Wakandan to me. It looks really, really cool, and it looks kind of similar as well to what Thanos is wearing under his armor too. So there is heavy rumors that we may be getting Professor Hulk. So Professor Hulk was actually a dude, or kind of a amalgamation of Bruce Banner and the Hulk. So it was the body of the Hulk, and it was the mind of good old Bruce Banner. So I think that would be an interesting move there. These hints were made in this movie. They were made in Infinity War that we might be getting this amalgamation, and that, well, they've got a lot to work out. So I expect that they may make some sort of compromises, or there may be some safeguards put in place so that the Hulk mind doesn't exist, and that we will be able to get the transformation, or Bruce Banner will be able to transform into the Hulk whatever he actually wants. So that might happen there. That happened with the Professor Hulk. They put some safeguards in place as well in case he got too angry. So I think that might be what is going to happen here. Now, next up, we've got Nebula, who is helping the team. So the background of this image does look like they're on Titan, albeit it looks like a purple version of Titan. And I think that perhaps Nebula will be helping the group. She was the one who took the Infinity Gauntlet in the comics off of Thanos. He took this off, or she took it off, and then, well, that was it. Thanos was defeated, but she went a bit crazy with power there, so I expect she might be the one to take the gauntlet and undo the work, but, you know, will still become an formidable enemy. Or she'll die because she doesn't have the power to actually use the Infinity Gauntlet, and many leaks have hinted that the Hulk will be the one using this brand new Stark Gauntlet. So that'd be pretty cool. I think that'd be a very interesting way of doing things. She will snap her fingers and then die. That will end her story arc in a really, really fantastic way. We've got Captain Marvel here. The validity of these leaks is in question, of course, as always. The fact that we haven't even got a title for the movie, and there's not really been any official artwork released. But Captain Marvel here is wearing her red suit. So she's wearing her red Captain Marvel suit, the base, or kind of the one she wears in the 2012 Captain Marvel comic when she takes on the title of Captain Marvel, and it's also her current suit as well. She's wearing the green one in the Captain Marvel movie, but she originally had a green suit in the comics, so this is her early iteration. And I think that maybe we could see Stark, or Tony Stark, make her a suit similar to what was made in the comics. Her suit was of Stark origin. So I think that's pretty damn awesome. I think that'd be a really cool way of introducing her. Obviously, she's on her way to help out, so I can't wait to see her. She doesn't have the sash, which I'm glad she doesn't have the sash, because I think that would look kind of kitschy and lame, to be honest. But I wonder where she will make her debut. Will she turn up on Titan and kind of help everyone get back? Of course, we do have people marooned there on Titan, of course. Now, the big thing here is we've got another image of Thanos, which has been leaked, where he's wearing his armor. Again, a lot of complaints were the fact that he didn't wear his armor that much. He was wearing it in the flashbacks in Infinity War, and he wore it at the opening, but took it off. So I'm glad that he's going to be wearing this. He'll look more iconic, like his iconic look in the comics, and he's got a brand new weapon, which is pretty awesome. It looks really cool. It looks really Final Fantasy-esque, and I'm not sure if it's a gun or a sword or both, but he did have a stasis rifle in the comics, which he used to trap Thor. So what would be really interesting is if Thor goes to fight him again, this stasis rifle locks him in and he's unable to fight again. So I think that's pretty neat there that they're going back to the comics there with this. Of course, please do take this all with a pinch of salt, because really we don't know if it's true or not, or if it's a real leak. But they do look very, very similar to the composites and original composites of the Infinity War artwork as well. But that is it for this video. Please do leave us a like, please do subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.